First question. You have scutellum, which is given in the monocote seed or monocote embryo, correct? Albuminous and non-albuminous seed we have to read about. Epiblast. What is this epiblast and what is perisperm? So these are the four important words. Persistent nucellus. This spelling is wrong. Nucellus. Cotyledon of monocote, groundnut, and rudimentary cotyledon. What you have to do is reading that directly after the zygote post-fertilization event. We know complete reproduction, whether it is human, animal, or plant, divided into three major parts. Anvita, what are the three major components of the reproduction in any organism?
Pre-fertilization, fertilization, post-fertilization.
Pre-fertilization, post-fertilization, and fertilization. Brinder, what are the steps occur in the pre-fertilization?
I don't know,
Brinder,
sir.
two major event. First, gamete formation, and second, gamete transfer. Gametogenesis, gamete formation, and gamete transfer. So I will also take yeah. So these are the two component of pre-fertilization event. So if you say pre-fertilization, gamete formation and gamete transfer, gamete formation and gamete transfer. Next, Chandana, what happened during fertilization? You have to note down these key point. I will check your notes after the class. These point like separate notebook. Huh. Chandana, what happened during fertilization?
The fusion of male and female gametes.
And this step is also known as
So syngamy.
syngamy. You have the thing syngamy, fusion of the gamete. Next, Sarah, what happened in the post-fertilization event?
So the zygote develops into embryo.
So zygote develop into embryo and how embryo lead to the different stage. This is the common feature in human being, animal, and all the plant. Correct. Example. If we are talking about angiosperm, to Hina, what is the meaning of angiosperm?
Sir, angiosperm means they are like they have seed coat.
Seed coat one.
Sir,
You have to, yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. You have to keep adding the point, whatever I will write.
yes, sir. They have seed coat and they have double fertilization.
Double fertilization. What else?
And endosperm formation precedes the. I mean, yeah, it precedes embryo development.
Okay, so endosperm formation precede embryo development.
Yes, sir.
What else?
They can be differentiated into monocots and dicots.
Okay,
They are the most widespread plants.
most widespread. What else?
Not sure, sir.
What is the meaning of angio?
I forgot, sir.
Anvita, what is the meaning of angio?
The meaning of what?
Angio.
Um, Like only the word angio. I'm not sure, sir. Like, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Barinder, what is the meaning of angiosperm? The word meaning angiosperm. Chandana, angiosperm. Tara, angiosperm.
Flowering plant.
Hmm. No. Tara, angiosperm.
Not sure, sir.
So that is the thing. That is absolutely fine ki if you are not able to answer. But you have to understand ki still you need to improve that one of the most basic thing ki meaning of angiosperm, because gymnosperm we know. Gymno means naked, sperm means seed. Correct? So we, because this is directly given in the NCRT. Angio means vessel, blood vessel. Correct? Angiology, study of blood vessel. So when vessel is present in the seeded plant that have seed with seed coat, is angiosperm. Make sense, guys? So angiosperm, one of the characteristic feature is they have vessel. Okay. And last, angiosperm is also known as flowering plant. Flower is the feature of angiosperm only. Right? So this is the basic key. We are talking about this chapter angiosperm. We should know what are the angiosperm, their characteristic feature. Next, here all the things are given about the post-fertilization event after fertilization, development of embryo, and what are the further stages. Correct? And that's why in this topic, we'll directly move to the embryo development because all of you have studied this chapter. So I am assuming you have the thorough idea about the topic. It's just we are revising how to highlight each and every word of the NCRT. हेलो हेलो हाँ भाई हैं किसके लिए रात ना इबो ना ना बात को नहीं हुई वो करनी थी मैं क्लास लेने लगा था जहाँ तक बात को नहीं हो पाई आपने भी तो मैं बात होने तेरा तेरा फोन करूंगा ना ये चल रही है ना ना क्लास आ रही है क्लास खत्म होने तेरा तेरा फोन करूंगा ना ना मैं इबो बता दूंगा देता है बस इब क्लास खत्म होने 1-2 घंटा में मैं हाँ हाँ मैं तेरा तेरा मैं तेरे से बाद में बात करूंगा क्योंकि क्लास चल रही है तो क्लास के बाद तेरा तेरा फोन करूंगा ठीक है आधा घंटा घंटा तो लग जाएगा घंटा मान के चल मैक्सिमम ठीक हाँ मैं फोन करूंगा पक्का so, double fertilization is the fertilization event. What happen in post fertilization event? One is endosperm formation, and after that embryo develop. During this phase, ovule convert into seed and ovary convert into fruit. Next, Tuhina, what will happen in gymnosperm?
Sir, it happens after, I believe.
In gymnosperm,
Yes, sir.
Sarah,
Oh, wait, I'm not sure if it happens only, sir. I think it happens after embryo is formed.
Because we are saying ki fruit does not present in angiosperm. It means ovary wall is not there. Correct? Ovule is naked, right? What happened in gymnosperm? Ovule is naked. Yes or no? It means no fruit as such in case of gymnosperm. So all these events are post fertilization, and question can be asked: what are the component uh, that happen in the post fertilization event? Endosperm 1, embryo development 2, ovule convert into seed 3, and ovary into fruit 4. And this is what we'll study in this chapter. Okay, in this case, endosperm development proceed before embryo development. Because if you want to develop embryo, you need endosperm. Why? Endosperm is food for the development of embryo. Endosperm provide nutrition. That's the reason. Okay, so this explain your why. Here, your endosperm cell. Chandana, what is the nature of endosperm cell? Haploid, diploid, triploid?
It's a triploid.
Triploid. So these primary endosperm cell will divide and form the triploid structure. Okay, endosperm tissue. In these cell, because we said endosperm provide nutrition, so it filled with lot of reserve material, and this is responsible for the nutrition of the developing embryo. And in most common type of endosperm development, what happened this uh, Barinder, what is PN stand for? Barinder, what is this PEN stand for? Primary endosperm nucleus. Primary endosperm nucleus will undergo continuous nuclear division and give rise to free nuclei. Free nuclei means multiple, hundreds of nuclei are present because nucleus is continuously dividing. Understood? And such type of development of the endosperm is known as free nuclear endosperm, an endosperm in which nucleus is freely dividing. But later on, cell wall will form on the like there will be proper cell wall formation will occur, and same free nuclear endosperm will become cellular. Correct? And all the nucleus will form before the cellularization. Logically makes sense. Key if cell is formed after that, no free nucleus can form. So it formed before cellularization, and number can vary in every coconut. Tell me, do you get same amount of water from the every coconut?
Or same.
No. So this coconut water is different from tender coconut, right? Anvita, coconut water is different from the tender coconut?
Yeah.
No, from tender coconut we get coconut water.
Wait, okay, right. So
Okay.
what is that one called? The brown one?
Brown one is like proper cellular structure
Hmm.
because this is the matured one. Coconut water is properly free nuclear endosperm
Yes.
because there is lot of cell that carry lot of food reserve. That's why one of the best food in the world, one of the, I'm not saying the only food, one of the best food we can consume and we should consume every single day is coconut water, without any chemical, without any adulteration, nothing, just pure quality. That's what I believe. uh, Sarah, Chandana, and Tuhina, like, is there any adulteration, pesticide, any chemical, any fertilizer people use in coconut?
Not that I know of, sir.
I
No.
think
Yeah. Yes, Chandana.
I think they won't use.
Because usually, like, plant have so much height, we can't do anything, right? There's no scope for this. Probably only thing they can change key near the soil, they can change some chemical composition for the faster growth. Other than that, practically nothing is possible. Everything is covered. And even that is not very common, right? Am I right? So that's why this is considered as one of the best food, contain lot of nuclei. Nuclei means basically food. And white part we eat is actually our cellular endosperm. So water part is pre-nuclear, white part is cellular. This endosperm usually responsible for the growth of the embryo. If it form the proper plant, possible only because of the endo. And every do you tell me, is this statement correct? Every angiosperm have endosperm, like
So yes,
majority.
but then in some it gets completely consumed and some not.
Exactly. So all angiosperm, most of angiosperm have endosperm, but it sometimes completely consumed by the developing embryo, mostly in monocot. Don't remember this name. Dicot. Just remember, in most of dicot, endosperm is completely consumed. Correct? And in some seed, it might stay even after the complete growth. Example, this is important. Mostly you will see in monocot. Castor is monocot, coconut is monocot. Okay. So focus on the word dicot and monocot rather than memorizing the example. Okay. And again, you might miss this ki be used up during the seed germination, because seed germination require a lot of nutrition, and it can use the endosperm. Correct? Tell me, um, Sarah, is endosperm persistent in cereal like wheat, rice, and maize?
So what did you say? Endosperm is?
Endosperm is persistent in wheat, rice, and maize,
No, sir.
but these are monocot, isn't it? These are monocot, all three. Wheat is monocot, rice is monocot, maize is monocot, and I just said ki most of monocot have uh, less or more amount of the endosperm, but they do have.
Yeah, sir, it is persistent.
Chandana,
Sir, can you repeat that?
same statement. Find out the whether the endosperm is persistent in cereal, wheat, rice, and maize.
Yes, sir, endosperm is persistent.
Our endosperm is present in all these plants. Why? Because of the monocot nature. I will write for these two because even maize come under the same category. Reason, monocot, and in most of monocot there is endosperm. Uh, Anvita, can you tell me example where you have monocot plant but endosperm is absent?
So can you repeat monocot is it's a monocot plant with?
Name a monocot without endosperm. Because most of monocot have endosperm. There is one monocot that do not have endosperm. Chandana, can you tell me? 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 Chandana, can you tell me
I don't know, sir.
Barinder, is this orchid monocot without endosperm?
Oh, this is
Tuhina,
mentioned in NCRT.
yes, in 11th class.
Oh,
Tuhina,
Yes, sir.
name a dicot that is present with endosperm.
Um, Not sure, sir.
Castor.
Yes, sir.
So castor is dicot with endosperm. Both are given in 11th NCERT. Dicot with endosperm. Any doubt, guys? So remember, we have to do NCERT perfectly. And if you want to make it perfect, then you have to correlate everything. Come to the next topic, embryo. Before embryo, we need endosperm. That's why endosperm is given first. Endosperm is responsible for the development of the embryo. Okay, come to the embryo. Embryo develop at micropylar end of the embryo sac. Sarah, how many end are present in embryo sac?
So two,
What are those two?
the micropyle and chalazi.
Yes. Micropylar end and chalazial end. Chalazial end is base. So you can say micropylar end is tip because chalazial is base. And fusion of the gamete will occur through the micropylar end only. So if fusion occur at the micropylar end, where should zygote present? Micropylar end only. Correct. Second, very logical statement. Most zygote divide only after certain amount of endosperm is formed. If you have endosperm only, then zygote will form. If no endosperm, no zygote development is possible. Why this is happening? Because it is adaptation which assure that the proper nutrition is available to the embryo. Because no endosperm, no nutrition, no development of the embryo is possible in such case. Okay. Early stage of the embryo development is known as embryogeny, which are similar in both monocot and dicot. Not only in the plant. If you compare birds, birds, mammals, reptile, many of the early embryo of all these organisms look same. Same thing happen here. Ki embryogeny, early stage of the embryo development is same in both monocot and dicot because early stage even it will resemble somewhat with the pteridophyte also because same human early embryo resemble with the many other. You must have heard this thing in evolution. Have you guys? Okay, any doubt? Have you heard in evolution ontogeny follow phylogeny, where um, scientists explain this key embryo of many vertebrate look similar to each other in the early stage, right? Same monocot, dicot, early embryo will look same. Later on, it will develop into the different stage. Okay, later on, it will develop into the different stage. Example, here it is given. So what is happening? You have degenerating synergid because after fertilization, synergid will die. Zygote development, primary endosperm cell, primary endosperm nucleus. This will this zygote convert into two cell, then globular, then heart shape, then mature one. Question can be asked, what is the sequence of this? First zygote, then globular, then heart shape, and last is mature. You will never have problem in the first and the last word because it's easy to compare. If first will be zygote, last will be mature. You will be confused between the globular and heart shape. Make sense, guys, logically? Question can be asked, do you have suspensor in the zygote? Of course not. But in globular, in heart shape, in mature, in all three this situation, you have suspensor as well that hold the complete structure. Does heart shape or globular have radical and plumule? No, only mature have this thing. Does radical and plumule present in the heart shape and globular? No, only in mature. So these things are explained here. And same further key. First pro embryo, early stage of the embryo, then first globular, then heart shape, then mature. If you look at the dicot embryo, any embryo will have embryonal axis and two coat in case of dicot plant. Above the embryonal axis, it will be epicotyle, and this epicotyle will terminate into plumule or stem tip, as you have here. Epicotyle plumule or stem tip. Hypocotyle radical or root tip. Look at the cylindrical portion below the level of cotyledon is hypocotyle, and this will terminate with the lower and radical or root tip. And root tip is covered with the root cap. Okay. If you compare with the monocot, you have to again look at the all the structure of the dicot. At the tip, you have plumule. At the base, you have radical. At the tip of the radical, a root cap, cotyledon. Hello, Pradeep. Hello. अच्छा उसका वो तो फाइनल कुछ करेगा कौन नहीं था तो मैं फोन करके बता दूंगा उसको हाँ ना जज बात है मैं ये तो अपना को मैंने कह दूंगा मैं ठीक है मैं आज फोन कर दूँ हाँ ठीक है हाँ and plumule is the tip and hypocotyle is the lower portion below the embryonal axis. Okay, embryonal axis is standard. Above part will be plumule and lower part will be hypocotyle. And upper part, sorry, not plumule, epicotyle. Okay, same thing here. You will have uh, shoot apex plumule, and here you have epiblast extra. Epiblast extra. Scutellum special structure. Scutellum special structure. Plumule tip. You have coleoptile. Patile tip. Patile means plumule. Patile means plumule. Root rahija means radical. R means radical. R means rahija. R means root. P means plumule. P means patile. Coleo is same thing. Okay. Next, in case of monocot, they have only one cotyledon. And in case of grass family, this is known as scutellum. On the one side, lateral side of the embryonal axis, on the sidewise, see scutellum in the diagram. Okay. Lower and embryonal axis have radical and root cap enclosed in undifferentiated sheath coleorrhiza. See, you will never forget coleorrhiza. Even you know that. but you might forget undifferentiated seed. Undifferentiated seed. Above the level, you know you will have epicotyle. Below level, hypocotyle. What are the components present in the epicotyle? It contains shoot apex, few leaf primordia enclosed in the hollow foliar structure is coleoptile. Again, you will never have problem epicotyle coleoptile. But what is extremely important? Hollow foliar structure. Hollow. And it also contains this epicotyle contains some leaf-like structure. Leaf primordia. Tell me, guys, you were reading this chapter. You have all the important detail. You will never miss important detail. Were you highlighting these keyword again and again? Like
No, sir. No,
undifferentiated
sir.
sheet, hollow foliar structure.
So what did you
But
ask? I couldn't hear you.
like you have to cover the nuance, small detail in biology that will make difference. In this case, epiblast is the unique thing. Shoot apex is the important thing. Scutellum coleoptile coleorrhizine is the important thing. Chandana, do you have coleoptile coleorrhizine dicot plant? No.
No, sir.
So these are present only in monocot. Seed, because we have question from the perisperm also. Seed is in case of angiosperm, seed is the final product of sexual reproduction. Same thing happen in gymnosperm also. Gymnosperm also have seed. The same thing in both gymnosperm and animal. So this is fertilized ovule. Yes, ovule after fertilization forms seed. In case of angiosperm, you have fruit, so seed will develop inside the fruit. What are the different components of seed? Seed have outer covering seed coat. Seed have cotyledon and one embryonal axis. Both. See, what is a common structure present in both monocot and dicot seed? Embryonal axis is single. Seed coat is usually present everywhere, but nature can be different. Example. What is the role of cotyledon, Barinder? What is the role of cotyledon, Barinder? Storage of food, more development, store lot of what we can say endosperm also. That's why monocot seed less nutrition, less development. Dicot seed two coat lot of food, more development, thick, strong. Makes sense, guys? In case of legumes, Anvita, what is legumes? Anvita, what is legumes?
So like all the seeds and pulses and all.
Yes, pulses, pea family. Okay. So next is mature seed may have endosperm or may not have endosperm. If you have non-albuminous seed or also known as X-albuminous seed, then they don't have any residual after the complete development. Endosperm is completely consumed. Example, just dicot, dicot. Okay. If if you see albuminous seed, it it will contain endosperm. Some or other part is remaining wheat, maize, barley, castor. Sarah, what is the special about this castor?
So it's dicot with endosperm.
Yes, it is a dicot plant with endosperm. Dicot plant with endosperm. Usually, dicot do not have endosperm. Albuminous seed means Endosperm is present even after maturity. Non-albuminous seed means endosperm is completely consumed. Albuminous always relate with endosperm. Albuminous relate with endosperm. What is perisperm? Perisperm is the embryo with persistent nucellus. What usually happen? Nucellus will degenerate during maturation. Nucellus will degenerate, but in some plant, you will have remnant of the nucellus or persistent nucellus. Example, in case of black pepper and beet, both are really important. Black pepper and beet. Question can be directly asked. If you understand this, now I will ask every one of you. Let me know if are you really active into it. Anvita, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Pratigya, Varinder, Chandana, Sara, Tuhina, tell me yes,
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 sir.
yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes,
done.
sir.
Okay, three done.
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you question. First, Tuhina, what is the
Yes, sir.
answer of the scutellum?
So for what?
Scutellum. A.
Sir, it's the cotyledon of monocot.
So what is your answer?
Wait. Uh,
Mhm.
scutellum. Wait, 1 second.
Just tell me scutellum.
Sir, is it? Yeah,
Cotyledon of monocot.
yeah.
Second, Sarah, non-albuminous seed.
It's a groundnut.
Groundnut dicot. Usually. Usually, not always. Third, Chandana, epiblast.
It's a
Hmm. Rudimentary cotyledon. And fourth, perisperm, there is one option left. That is persistent nucellus. Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
So, if you are done with the question, we can do this question. Read carefully. I'm not asking for answer. I will ask you a question once I finish the topic.
so. Can
Cell
I
of
come back in 5 minutes?
okay. Cell of the tapetum possess dense cytoplasm, and generally have more than one nucleus. Generally have more than one nucleus. Second,
True.
yes, Parinder. Hello. Presence of more than one nucleus in the tapetum increase the efficiency of the nourishment of the microspore mother cell. Okay, let's see. Presence of more than one nucleus in the tapetum increase efficiency of nourishment. विक्की मैं क्लास के बाद कॉल करूँ क्लास के बाद कॉल करूँगा भाई बस मैक्सिमम 15-20 मिनट so if you look at this you have to first read the different layer present in anther in the very beginning. Pre-fertilization event. Much before the actual flower is seen on the plant, decision that plant is going to flower has taken place. Even before its actual flowering, all the genetic will decide the thing. Correct? What are the responsible factor? Hormones are responsible factor for this. Structural changes are responsible for this, and these structural changes and hormone will do differentiation and further development of the floral primordia. Barinder, what is the differentiation? Barinder, what do you mean by differentiation? Maturity. Have specific function, maturity. Okay. Then male and female reproductive structure. Androecium is male part, gynoecium is female part. When we take androecium male reproductive part, this male reproductive part contains lot of stamen, and each stamen contain explain you male reproductive organ, an organ that have all the male reproductive part, and gynoecium female reproductive organ. Okay. So we will read up to only tapetum because tapetum is a part of our portion. You know, whenever you take stamen, so who will tell me? Anvita. So what is stamen? Anvita is not there. Chandana, what is stamen? Chandana. Male reproductive organ that is present in the androecium. This part is long and slender, as you can see, top, known as filament. You can see in the diagram, this long structure is filament. Long stalk is filament. And terminal is generally bilobed. Two lobes are present known as anther, as you have two anther. This term is really important. Proximal end of the filament. Question can be given as distal end of the filament. So it will be wrong. Proximal end of the filament. It means you can say this end is proximal, this end is distal. First part is proximal, last part is the distal. So proximal end is attached to either thalamus or petal of the flower. This is also extremely important. So filament end can be attached to thalamus, base of the flower, or sometime petal. Okay. Length and number of stamen can vary from plant to plant. Sometimes NEET can ask this question, but it is too easy to understand. If we observe different thing, what will you observe in an anther? Two lobe, and each lobe have two theca. So each lobe is dithecous. Each lobe is dithecous because each lobe have two theca. If you take longitudinal group, longitudinal word is extremely important, and you can see this is the longitudinal group. This whole region is longitudinal group. Okay. So longitudinal groove run lengthwise and separate the theca. As you can see, two theca. Example, this is one theca. This is second theca. Two are separated by this line. Correct? Longitudinal groove. So if you look at the structure in the transverse section, then you will see each anther have four side tetragonal structure. How many side are present in anther? Four tetragonal. And each side will have one microsporangia. So how many microsporangia we have? Four. How many microsporangia will present in each lobe, Sarah?
The two.
Two. Each microsporangia further lead to the formation of the pollen sac. So, Tuhina, what is the difference between the microsporangia and pollen sac?
Sir, microphalangia is not developed and pollen is the developed form, like it's the mature form.
Yes. So difference between the microsporangia and pollen sac is matured. Microsporangia is the younger version of the pollen sac. And these pollen sac are present throughout the length of the anther. And what is present in this pollen sac? Pollen grain. If question asks, Barinder, oh, I am not, Pratigya. Example, pollen sac contain pollen grain. What will be present in microsporangia? Pratigya, if pollen sac contain pollen grain, what will be present in microsporangia? Microspore. What will be present in microsporangia? It will contain microspore. Okay. Now here, when you study the microsporangium and we study the transverse section, then it looks circular in the outline. How do we know? Look at the second diagram. It looks circular in the diagram. Transverse section, this diagram. Circular structure in the outer, because this is how it look like. Generally surrounded by four wall, total four layer. Outermost epidermis, second endothelium, third middle layer, and fourth tapetum. Same here. Outermost epidermis, second is endothelium, third is middle layer, fourth is tapetum. At the center of the fourth, you have sporogenous tissue. At the center of fourth, you have sporogenous tissue. And at the center of all four sporogenous tissue or microspore, you have connective. Connective connect all four microsporangia. It connect all four microsporangia. Same diagram is here. Outermost epidermis, second endothelium, third middle layer. It is showing both. First, second is logically correct. Then third and fourth layer is this. Then innermost tapetum, and within the innermost you have microspore mother cell that will produce microspore. Okay, and within the pollen sac you will have pollen grain. Again, transverse section of the young version. Young, young, and this is mature. Second one is mature, first one is young. And even this is mature because it contains pollen grain. Because it contains pollen grain. Okay. If you see first three layer are epidermis, endothelium, and middle layer. So these first three layer will perform the function of protection. They protect the overall anther, and they help in dehiscence of anther to release pollen grain. So, Anvita, what is the meaning of help in dehiscence? Anvita, what is the meaning of dehiscence?
It's the sense of answer, right? Like,
Opening. And
it
innermost.
splits, right?
Yes, Anvita.
It splits, right? Like,
Yes,
yeah.
splitting, opening. Yes. What is the role of tapetum? Because this asked this time, it nourishes the developing pollen grain. And this part cells of this tapetum have dense cytoplasm and generally more than one nucleus. Can you think how tapetal cell could become binucleate? It means nucleus is dividing, but cell is not dividing. Nucleus is dividing, cell is not dividing. When anther is young, a group of compactly arranged homogeneous cell is known as sporogenous tissue. Means sporogenous tissue is more prominent in the young anther. And where it is present, this sporogenous tissue at the center of each microsporangium. At the center of each microsporangium, as you can see, in case of a young version, it is visible, but you cannot see in the mature and the most mature one. In next two, you cannot see, but you can see sporogenous tissue in young version only. Now tell me, guys, how many of you have focused on the word sporogenous tissue is present only in the young, but not in other two? Young version only. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Did you notice this carefully? Sporogenous tissue present only in the young version.
So this thing is
This thing?
yes. I mean, I knew this.
Okay, good. Pratigya, is she there? No reply from her side. And Brinder. Brinder, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
ठीक है मैं पढ़वा मेरी एक एक और
So, so sporogenous tissue. Well, any doubt, guys, from this?
No, sir.
No,
If you
sir.
don't, if you don't have any doubt, now we can proceed with this question. Brinder, cell of the tapetum contain dense cytoplasm. Is this correct? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Dense cytoplasm is there. Generally have more than one nucleus. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes. So first statement is definitely correct. Chandana, presence of more than one nucleus in the tapetum increase the efficiency of nourishment of the developing microspore mother cell. Yes, because if more number of nucleus, if more number of nucleus, more food storage, more food storage means better nourishment. Any doubt, Chandana?
No, sir.
And if this is the situation, does reason explain why there is more than one nucleus? Because nutrition. Chandana, does it explain? Yes, it explains why there is more than one nucleus. Now try to add, because cell of the tapetum possess dense cytoplasm and generally more than one nucleus because it increases efficiency of nourishment, right? And automatically it is given more than one nucleus in the tapetum. Presence of this this part is naturally explaining this the same thing. It is explanation. So any doubt?
No, sir.
This part we okay. Look at this. Fig fruit is non-vegetarian fruit as it includes the fig wasp in it.
That's true, right?
No, fig fruit is always veg, na? How it can be non-vegetarian?
So, but I mean, I've seen it on Instagram. I don't know if it's true, but like the wasps, like enter and they reproduce there, and they die there, like the female
No,
wasp.
but how it can be non-veg then?
Because I
Fruit
mean,
is never non-veg.
fruit is not non-veg, but then when the insect enters, it becomes like non-veg. I mean, if you consider insects non-veg, I've seen this.
Why fig is considered vegetarian or vegan by the most? Enzyme breakdown, mutual relationship, and plant product ultimately. That is the thing. Fig is fruit.
Yeah, so even I used to think then, but then I saw it in a reel that the female body, like it's in the like fig itself after reproduction. So some people consider it non-veg.
Look at this. Mm, see, fig fruit is non-vegetarian. Both statements are incorrect. The reason because yes, I've seen such videos, and we have to understand that Instagram content is more like to attract people.
Yeah.
You will see कि you will always see Instagram content is more catchy.
Hmm.
So
I don't know.
because
I saw it, so that's why I told you.
yeah, because even people who are not studying biology or medical student or nothing related to this, even art people will oh I used to eat this fruit. This is non-veg. Oh, I will not eat. So it is controversial statement, right? Uh, File got corrupted. Wow. Self-tapetum fig tree. Next, fig wasp and fig tree exhibit mutual relationship as fig wasp complete its life cycle in the fig fruit and fig fruit get pollinated by the fig wasp. So this statement is not given in NCRT, but in reality answer is that fig inflorescence or flower is get pollinated by the fig wasp, not fruit. Fruit is never pollinated by the wasp. Flower is pollinated. Correct. Fruit is formed after pollination, not before pollination. This word is extremely important. Fig fruit is pollinated by fig wasp. No, fruit is never pollinated by fig wasp. Flower is pollinated by the fig wasp. Understood, guys?
Yes, sir.
So, I was having limited number of PDF. Still, it got corrupted. Okay, so in that case, we'll do this last topic. Oh, I have this option. We add to the notes. Now it added to notes. Even if we go back, do whatever, it will be saved. Pollen grain. Guys, is this method of learning good or NCRT line by line is good? Tuhina,
Yes, sir.
is this method good or NCRT line by line is good? Like normally
Sir, this
how?
method is good. Like for revising chapters that I already know, I feel like this method is good.
Yeah, so NCRT line by line is good for people who don't know anything.
Yes, sir.
So here you have same topic but not exact same statement. Fig fruit is given in your mutualism topic, population, organism and population. That chapter you have, but here it explains how things happen in uh, plant that have mutualism. Some floral reward are providing safe place to lay egg. Example: the tallest flower, Amorphophallus, which is 6 feet in height. Only flower is 6 feet in height. Only flower. Same relationship exists between the insect moth and plant yucca. So moth and plant, they cannot complete their life cycle without each other. Same thing whatever you have in fig and vase. Moth deposit its egg in the ovary and in turn flower get pollinated by the moth. See, this word is important. Flower is get pollinated by moth, not fruit. Flower, not fruit. Flower, not fruit. Understood, guys? Okay. So larva of the moth come out of the egg as seed start developing, because as a seed will grow too much, then larva will die. For the survival, larva will come out of the egg and then it will stay away whenever it is moving. But in the earlier stage, larva will stay in the fruit only. So, are you observing this word flower? Flower in turn get pollinated by moth, not fruit. And that is what I'm trying to convey. These words are the keyword rather than the important keyword. Coleoptile, Coleorrhiza, perisperm, scutellum. You will never forget this topic. Never. Because these are extremely popular. But small word will make huge difference. Like here, flower pollinated by the moth, not fruit. Any doubt, guys? Let's do one last question. No, we'll do tomorrow because this topic is extremely important. Embryo sac. We have to do full embryo sac for this. Within 10 to 15 questions, that's why I said within 10 to 15 questions, we can easily finish the chapter. Anybody would like to answer this question just for fun, not for teaching?
Sir, one meiosis and three mitosis.
Yes, because you have total 8 nucleus and 7 cells. So how 8 nucleus formed? 3 mitosis. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8. Total 3 mitosis responsible for 8 nucleus. Right. And you know one meiosis because every gamete is produced by the meiosis process only. Gametophyte is also haploid. That we'll discuss in the next class because female gametophyte is extremely important. Now onward, can we have one class daily for the biology?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And slowly, once I will start giving you full syllabus test, na, within this month. So then we will revise biology through the question only. Okay. So example in this case, it is this why it is blank. Huh. Here you have full topic female gametophyte. So for this, what we need to do? Pistil megasporangium embryo sac. From this whole thing, diagram, all the example, all these diagram, female gametophyte up to pollination, I have to cover each and every one. That's why I think choose this topic for today because full topic will be done up to here in 1 hour. Okay, guys. So tomorrow, anybody have any issue? Let me know. Based on that, we can plan.
No, sir. Day after tomorrow, I have JE, sir.